Hello guys, I just wanted to clarify the issue I was trying to explain with try with resources and to mention the mistake I made in the previous in the exceptions video lecture on exceptions. So the expectation was that when I run this code I should have system.out.println executed closed printed on the console. The problem is that what is in the try with resources is not the main, which has this close method overridden. It's something else. And besides, I don't even have the implementation of the connection interface that is defined in the JDBC. So what is actually happening here is that the exception is thrown because we don't have the driver implementation. So if I was to do something like, if I was to say .print stack trace sorry, and I run this code, I'm going to have an exception, and let's look at that exception. It says no suitable driver was found, because now I'm trying to get a connection driver. This actually will, so what this does, this connection, it will look at the protocol that you have specified in here. For instance, that protocol, this is it. I'm just gonna show you the URL. So if you have something like this, let's just put test TP. This is a protocol. You're telling it it's a JDBC and the database is MySQL. So it's going to look for a driver, MySQL driver, in the class path. And who looks for that is the service loader. If you can come here, I will show you where that service loader is. It should be in here. So this is the service loader. So this service loader will look at the implementation of the driver class in the class path via this load method. It will look for any of them, and we don't have none at the moment. So that's why it says no suitable driver was found. Even if we can find the driver for demonstration purposes, I'm just gonna bring that into the class path. So I'm gonna come into my Maven, then I'm gonna add this implementation driver into the class path. Now if I run this code, I should not get driver was found. I should get another error, obviously, because the driver is there. As you can see, now I'm getting another error because we were able to find this database problem, blah blah. So that is fine. So even if we have it, we still don't get what we want. So what I wanted to demonstrate with try with resources is that it closes resources automatically for you. So it will invoke the close method for you. So now let's forget about the connection and the driver. Since our main class implements autoclassable, we are allowed to use it in the try with resource. That's so main. So if we run this class, you will see that this close method will be invoked for you. We'll just say invoked. You see that it was invoked, which means this try with resources will invoke it for you. Well, in the olden days, you needed the finally block and manually call the close method to release resources. Yeah, so guys, before I conclude exceptions, I just wanted to highlight one thing about the try with resources. In terms of how the close method are executed. We learned that it will close the resources for you automatically. So you want to see how the order in which it closes, especially if we have many objects, many auto-closable objects in the try with resources. So here we have, for demonstration purposes, we have class X, Y, and Z. Everyone has its own close method. So we are going to have a try. So what we're going to do here, we're going to have X X equals to new X. Okay, so we can leave it like this. X equals to new X. We can put our exception here. It doesn't want us to use for it's fine. Then we have Y equals to new Y. Then we have Z equals to new Z. So the way this try with resources work, it closes resources starting from the last one in the try with resource. Then it goes up. So basically what we are going to get, we'll get Z close, Y close, and X close. So let's just run this code quickly. Z close, Y close, X close. So if you don't want to do this, you can put this outside, and in which case you will put them here like this, X, Y, Z. Okay, so it will still do the same thing because of the order, Z first. So if you take Z, you put it to be the first one, it will say Y closed, X closed, Z closed. As we can see, that's the order in which it will do those things. For you. So another thing that you have to understand with try with resources objects is that if you have put it outside, you've declared it and initialized it outside, and you put it here, you cannot reassign it. It has to be effectively final for it to be in there. That's the proper terminology. Normally they will even specify that final keyword just for it to be known that it's effectively final.